All the signs that of body language that show you what gender role you're playing typically show back to whether or not you're being logical or emotional as a default, you know? So it's all about default. Like, if you're in an extenuating circumstance, then people will tend to rationalize that. The most typical body language is eye contact in this situation, because people who are playing the nurturing gender role, who are empathetic, who are emotional, when they make eye contact, they look down afterwards, because that's where you access your emotions. So there are different eye accessing cues. An eye accessing cue means that when you look in different directions, you access different parts of your brain. When you look down, you access your emotions. Whenever you look up, you access your visual brain, and left and right is auditory, but that's not really a big deal. And then you have like up and to the right is a different part, and up and to the left is a different part. So you have memory, and then you have conceptual as well. And these are switched with certain people, so you can never be for sure if someone is. Some people look up and to the left for memory, and some people look up and to the right for memory, but typically it's up and to the right. So if I'm trying to remember something like what color my house was as a kid, I'll look this way typically. But if I'm trying to make up a color that my house wasn't, and imagine it in a new color, like with clear walls, with glass walls, I'll look this way and picture it, because it's easier. So the way you can tell, for one, if someone's being a nurturer and playing the nurturing gender role, is that when they make eye contact with you, they look down. Now, if a man makes eye contact with you and he looks down, that means he's typically unsure of his gender role, which means he's typically a weaker guy. So you want to make sure as a man that whenever you look at someone in the eyes, regardless, that you hold eye contact and you don't look down immediately afterwards, because it's a sign of, not just a sign of submission, which it is, but that's not that big of a deal. It's a sign of emotional weakness in that moment, and which is fine. For women, that's actually that's the female gender roles, that's the weakness of their gender roles that they feel all the time. They have to, So typically for women, when they look at you and they look down, that is saying, she's telling you, I want to be a nurturer in the relationship. And if you look at her and you smile and you look her directly in the eyes and you're still standing up straight and your head's tall, then you're saying, I want to be the provider protector in the relationship. Does that make sense? So it comes down to like what seems to be dominant and submissive body language, but really it's male gender role or female gender role body language. And even beyond that, it's just provider protector and nurturer, social provider, social protector, and empathetic body language. So it's not like it's right or wrong. People think dominance is like right and submissive is wrong, or dominance is strong and submissive is weak, but that's not the case.